Hey gang, Rob here. Sorry I have been kind of MIA for during this event, but I just kind of give my 2 cents off on this thing because I have to say I'm a little frustrated with the turn of events during this raid, and I'm just going to share my opinion, whether it's right or wrong. I'd love to hear your perspective, but there's just something odd about this raid this time around from a group perspective that just doesn't make sense to me. And it seems to me that Nordeus made some tweaks to the algorithms and changed pretty much how the spiders react after level 25. Our guild is having some difficulties doing damage at the rate we typically would, and I have issue with that because we typically can do, I know myself personally, can really do average probably about 30 million damage a turn, which is, not bad. That's without using really any scrolls or anything of that nature. Well, this time around, I'm lucky if I don't use any, if I only use one set of scrolls from each, that means the fire, the wind, and the ice, to do above 10. And if I use multiple freezes or winds strategically, I can get close to 20. And that is extremely odd. I have never done that low of damage, except for when I was like a level 9 with, starting out with the card, with the minions and not having a full deck. So it's really odd. So let me kind of show you some things right now. So for the solo raid, I've got to 67. I'm pushing forward through 67. I'm probably going to finish top of my class because it seems like everybody's dealing with the same thing. Just that you're just not able to do as much damage as you typically would be able to do. And here it's odd because I always make my comment about it looks like the minions are moving in slow motion, and I have to say that's probably the case. It's just weird to me. They just move extremely slow. But when you look at the group raids, okay, and you talk about how much damage you typically would do, just look at the damage between me and Kinsingo. We're doing pretty well. I mean, we're pulling a lot of weight for the group. I was number 1 this morning. He hopped on and helped with the last push we were trying to do and was able to surpass me. But at the end of the day, it's not normal. I mean, I would be like at 800 million right now as a player at this juncture, and it just doesn't make sense. It's just really weird, and we're not pushing anymore. I think as a guild we said screw it. We're just not going to try to do it anymore because it's not worth wasting the resources. I mean, I think everybody would like to get the an additional nature guardian. I really hate not being able to achieve that for people in our group that don't have that minion. But if you watch this and you're in our guild, man, I apologize. I wish we could have done more. Just that I have suspicions that Nordeus did something funny here. So this is the spider, and here is the shit that he's doing. So he's doing everything you typically would expect. A lot of grabs, snatch web, and all that other nonsense. The interesting thing with him, and I'm just going to attack just to kind of show, hopefully it will show what I'm throwing here. So this is the deck I'm using, and what I'm trying to do here, if you understand the game at all, I'm trying to spread out things because he does a lot of snatching. I'm trying to spread out as many little things as possible so that he doesn't grab my big stuff. So I don't want him to grab the Soul Leech. I don't want him to grab the Bloodstalker. And remember in my previous videos, the algorithm never really grabbed the Bloodstalker. You could have him, the Magic Construct and everything else on there, it would always go for the Magic Construct and everything first. Or the Archers. Well, not anymore. They changed that. It's also grabbing Valkyrie, which it never used to grab. And it's also grabbing Fearless Leader, which is extremely weird. So somebody at Nordeus identified some of the inherent flaws with the raid. And because they added those extra levels and are trying to make it more competitive, and they want you to spend more money, which is the bottom line here, it's all about spending money, they now have the snatching more aggressive. So it's going to make you piss away more scrolls to prevent those snatches, and you have to buy more, of course, so you can supplement what you're using. And here's the kicker: it doesn't matter if you have a dozen undead raids all over the place. You can throw this down twice in a row and get 30 skeletons on there. they will still, for the first grab, because it does a grab at the beginning of the battle, always grab your strongest stuff on your field. So I could have 2 of these down, I could have 1 of these down, and then I have either him or her down, and it will grab her, it will grab him. If I put him down, he's going to get grabbed, not the skeletons. So it's intentionally looking for the stronger cards on the field to reduce your damage per second at the beginning of the battle. Because they know you're going to have shield. They know you're going to be using this kind of stuff. So it's intentionally doing that to handicap you. And it's bullshit. So I'm going to show a battle just to show. Hopefully it follows through the way I want it to follow through. So you can see. So I'm just going to waste a fire. I'm going to waste a wind. And I'm going to put this down first. Watch. And then I'm going to put him down. Watch what it does. I'm going to shield them. Watch what it does when it starts to do the grab. Look who's snatch. Watch, I'm going to put him down. Watch what it does. Alright, so it's done with its grab animation. So that's the initial grab. So you saw that I had skeletons, Scourge, everything else on there that it should have grabbed first. Look who just grabbed. Fearless Leader. Look who just grabbed. It's not grabbing any of the Scourge. So you tell me if that makes sense. And the answer is no. I'm not going to waste any more resources in this battle. I'm just going through the attacks so we can see. But it's just right here is the bullshit. That there makes me not want to play this game. And I am not a person that complains. You guys know from my videos, I always talk about adapt, overcome, all this other stuff. But when the game is purposely stacking it against you, when it's intentionally making it difficult, I have concern, I have issue, I have reservations on that. It bothers me. This game started out as a good game. It started out as a game that was competitive. It was a game that made you use strategy. And then these events they added in there were great. I think everybody enjoyed them at first. But it's become more of a cash grab than ever now. And that's where I think the problem's lying, is that they're trying to maximize anything they can do to get money. And let me go and tell everybody first, gang, just testing something for a vid. Don't worry about the damage. So yeah, that just bothers me. And you know, a lot of people are upset in our group. A lot of people disappointed, and a lot of people are considering leaving, which we just saw one person did leave the group, which is fine. That's entirely your prerogative, brother. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. The only guilds I think are maximizing this stuff is like Trident and everything. That's because they got a bunch of level 13 people that have everything, and those people are devoted to just killing this shit, and that's fine. They maximize their players on their group. You know, we're still trying to rebuild. We're still trying to set up things, and then they throw this horseshoe at our foreheads here and throw us off track. And it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why they would make a change like that. And again, this is speculation. They haven't announced they did any changes. If they did, I would have told you guys. But when you look at it, and it's evident that there's a program change because of how the thing is now grabbing, that gives me issue. So this video is not to do anything more than for me to vent, and also, you know, kind of put out there that the events changed. And, you know, again, if it's just us being weak, then it's us being weak. But when I'm playing the game consistently, and you can actually see the damage that I did during this event and see what I'm doing, and then now I'm looking at it after level 25 and seeing the activity that the spider's doing. And that was just one demonstration. I fought this thing, I think, 5 different times in a row, and I've put down every heavy hitter at the initial point after I put down my other mini stuff, you know the strategy, you know how the game rolls. So you're supposed to put down the little stuff first so that the spider grabs that stuff and doesn't grab your big things. But when you know it's circumventing the little things to grab your big things, that there is an issue. And you know the system does it because it does it when your magic construct gets too big or your soul leech gets too big. You know it does that. So if you're leaving the comments that, oh, don't whine because you just don't know how to attack the event, guys, I've played this game for over 2 years now, and we have beat level 30 on several different occasions in this guild, even after we lost some other people. So it's not a matter of that. They've changed something, and it's changed because they want you to spend money. And unless you have a very, very established guild that has a lot of high players that are going to coordinate and attack on a regular basis, you're not going to be able to accomplish this now, especially with Valen, which Valen's supposed to be a good one. It looks like you're only going to be able to do it if you have the spam stuff set up, which is Elena, or if you have Terran Ree, or if you have the Magic Construct when that Ascension happens, which is next week, I believe. So after that, yeah, because you're going to be able to throw so much more on the field so quicker, and you have the magic buffs that allows you to do that stuff. But it's just aggravating, guys. It's a little frustrating, and I'm disappointed in the situation because it just bothers me that our guild has struggled over the past couple events to even get to 30. And this time, when we should be able to easily get to 30, you're seeing now an obstacle that is not something that you're causing. So that's just my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments below. Again, as of the day of this video, this is what we're experiencing. So I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as I always say, guys, stay safe, stay sharp. Until next time. Talk to you then.